My name is Laura Reichsman. I'm the Director of Family Outreach of Amherst, a program of the Center for Human Development. Family Outreach of Amherst was established in 1989 after the closing of a shelter for women and children on Seeley Street in Amherst. And the shelter lost its funding, and there were 6 families who lived in the shelter, and they were all placed in apartments in Amherst. The outreach position was first established to follow the families out into the community to make sure that their housing was stable. From that 6 families in 1989, we now serve 300 families a year. We've had an adult literacy program, we've had a juvenile diversion program, we've had a domestic violence response program. One of the things that I'm the proudest of for Family Outreach is that when there is a need in Amherst, Family Outreach is there to respond, whether it's a need from a low-income family who's struggling, or it's the town itself who has identified a need. We have worked with the town on multiple collaborations to provide services to our most fragile citizens in Amherst.
My name is Francine Rodriguez. I'm the Manager of Community Services for Family Outreach of Amherst. We are made up of 4 caseworkers, myself and 3 other caseworkers. We also have a contract with the Department of Children and Families to provide home visiting to their clients in need, and we also serve the Amherst community. I'm excited that this year we're going to have a space at the Amherst Middle School in a parent resource center. So I'm excited about that because we'll be able to serve a lot more of the Amherst residents on site within the public schools.
For many of us who struggle, we have other resources. We have family members, we have the support we need to get through a crisis. For the families that we work with, there is no one. We often become the resources for them over the years. So a family might work with us for some period of time, but if they're struggling with something 2, 3 years down the road, they can call us. We're always a resource for them. That's something I'm very proud of. Many agencies have a facility where people go to get services, and we will have the drop-in center at the middle school for families to come and see us. But one of the things that's unique about Family Outreach is that we go into the community and work with folks where they're at. So we'll be sitting at somebody's kitchen table with their baby on our lap. We'll meet them at a doctor's appointment and help them access services for their child. We'll go with them when they apply for housing to help them negotiate what can be a very stressful situation. Sometimes it's easier when you can imagine a facility where somebody goes to pick something up. Ours is a little bit more difficult to imagine. You'd almost have to imagine us driving in the car with a child in the back seat, hopefully being very well behaved. That doesn't always happen, and that's one of the interesting things about the caseworkers' jobs, is that they work with families in some of the most difficult situations in their lives. And the caseworkers all do it with enormous grace and support.
In addition, we also have an outreach van that our goal is to now go into the communities or to reach folks that are isolated and can't access the service or can't get to our office here or at the middle school. So that outreach van will go into their communities and provide services and perhaps some on-site events that we're looking to provide into different communities and those folks who are isolated.
The core philosophy of Family Outreach of Amherst is to not only help a family who is in crisis, resolve that crisis, but to also help them gain the skills they need to stay out of crisis. Family Outreach of Amherst wouldn't be able to do the work we do without the amazing support of the 15-member advisory board. They're all members of the Amherst community, and they are all very dedicated to supporting the most fragile families in our community. They help with everything from sometimes giving rides to our clients, to supporting me and Francine's work, to holding numerous events, and their support, without their support, we would not be able to do the work we do.